Day one of trading standard deviation, I took a loss and then I closed. This was like a break-even trade, but I closed like $100 in profit, so I got my loss smaller. Today was confusing because we had this manipulation leg, as you see at the top, the high that swept London high, and then we have this manipulation leg, this wick here, and I was like, I don't know which one trumps. So I started my first trade based off that lower one that happened more recently with this rejection block, that white square. And then once we inverse the rejection block, I got in. We went to 1 to 2 before reversing, and then I noticed we didn't rebalance. And because I know I even say like, if it doesn't rebalance, it's not valid. Versus like yesterday or some days we rebalance immediately. So it'll make the swing high, we'll come up. By the time I get on at 9, we're already out of the rebalancing and I can just get in like yesterday. Today I was like, we did not rebalance, so I was just like, I don't know. So I was like, maybe we just won't. Obviously you see at 10 o'clock we did, and then we pushed and went past my target. This was yesterday PM session low, so that was where my target was, below the 4. This is why we're talking about regular ICT, because we have this fair value gap up here that usually I would take, and then, if you check premium discount. But then I looked and was like, oh, we have all these equal lows in the 1 hour fair value gap here. As we wicked up, that's what we saw for that manipulation 930. If you see in the 1 minute, you got this. I know Tay took this IFVG break even. He does break even, and then boom, stopped out at break even, versus we did not take out that high. As you see that first top of your line, that's the high we should have took out of, typical ICT. But why didn't we? Because we were rebalancing standard deviation. So now I just know to always wait for the rebalance, because then we fucking dumped. I was up like $700 on this trade, and I was going to trail it, but we had this first prevented fair value gap when we ran through it. And obviously when you trail, when it's actually standard deviation, you have nice areas to trail from. But it is what it is. Now I know to always wait for the rebalance. Trust your bias. Like I said, a nice manipulation of London high. And I know if you look in the hour, we were clearly bullish, clearly bullish on the 1 hour, had a nice 1 hour fair value gap, liquidity sweep, inverse fair value gap to the buys. And why didn't it play out? Because the standard deviation, I think, does trump a little bit. And that's just why, like with ICT regular concepts, I was losing. I was literally losing. And some people take smaller trades. So some people probably took this IFEG for a nice small little trade. But this was the trade I wanted.